What's up, guys? I'm Tim. This is New Craft Workshop. Well, today is a little different because this is kind of my wife's workshop. So I'm in here because that's where we keep the computer, and I'm scouring through Amazon this morning to find you guys some deals because October today is the 7th and tomorrow's the 8th. They do their big deals day in October. So today's day one, tomorrow's day two, which is kind of common sense. But hey, I'm still working on my coffee, so we're going to get through this together. But I wanted to get started today right into this video. I'm going to show you guys, I think I got like 15, 20 items here that are bargains and deals that I scoured this morning and found for you guys. And let's get started with this Kreg pocket hole jig. Now, if you're into woodworking and you do not own a pocket hole jig, shame on you. Number two, get one. And this is definitely the one for you to get if you're just now getting into. This K4 is the one I've had in my shop for years and years until last year I upgraded to the 720 Pro. This is normally 99 bucks. Kreg quality, comes with your bit, your driver, and I believe this even comes with the one on Amazon here, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but I think this thing comes with some screws and stuff as well. But 69 bucks. It's 30% off. It's normally $99. $69.99 today only if you're in the mood to upgrade your shop and you are looking for a pocket hole jig. This is the way to go. Kreg is the name brand in pocket holes, so let's go next item. All right, we've talked about these pencils before. I've shown you guys hands-on how these things work. These are invaluable to have on your shop, and we know that you probably have pencils all over your shop. This is a good deal. I've popped these up on my Amazon before at $12.99. You guys bought them, ate them up. They're on sale today, 34% off. It's pretty good savings, $9.22. Comes with tons of different lead refills. You got 10 refills in your standard lead color, and then you've got 10 that are going to be yellow and red. Yellow is awesome when you're doing stuff with like walnut, purple heart, etc. And each one of these two pencils, they're the same. One's red, one's black. It doesn't matter, but they both have sharpeners built in. Great pencils, great price. Let's go this next item here. Now, right here you can see I purchased this thing August 3rd, and I've had it 2 months, and it's awesome. So Saker is making some really good products, and this particular roll right here is awesome. It is solid aluminum construction. Comes with another pencil, so hey, if you get the pencil set and this, you're going to have 3 pencils out in your shop. But yeah, so what's great about this thing, I'm trying not to move my mouse around too much because I know that's going to drive you guys crazy, but we've got these positive stops, these indents at 15, 30, 45, 60, and 75 in both directions. And not only does it have an indent that stops when you click it in place, then you can tighten your knob down and make it even more firm. And then right here, we've also got this little piece that we can loosen and tighten, sit on our mark. And as you can see, we got imperial and metric measurements. And then the pencil's going to drop down. And the other pencils I showed you, they're also going to fit in this thing. Just going to drop your pencil down in there and allow you to mark your line at whatever measurement, scribe it all the way across your material. Solid aluminum construction. It's nice and beefy. Laser etched in white so you can read everything. This is an awesome tool. I love mine, and you will as well. So we've talked about Jorgensen before. I am pretty much exclusively using Jorgensen clamps out in my shop. And I actually have this little chamfer plane and their small block plane, which I'm going to show you in a second. Both are pretty big savings today. This one's great because compared to most of the other chamfer planes you're going to pick up, this is not only going to come with a chamfer blade insert, it's also going to come with 3 roundovers, 1/8, 3/16, and 1/4. And if you don't have a router for whatever reason, if you just don't have one, or if you're maybe a little afraid of them, because let's be honest, routers are kind of scary, this is a great way to chamfer or round over the edges of your projects. So 35 bucks. This thing is 40% off today only. Grab this thing today while it's on sale. And speaking of Jorgensen, let's look at this little mini plane, this little block plane. Now, if you wear an apron, you know that you probably pop this in your apron and keep this with you all the time. I keep mine close to my workbench. But Jorgensen, well known for their clamps. I personally not going to attest to the fact that this is extremely high quality because I don't have anything to compare it to. I don't use a lot of hand planes out in my shop, but this little block plane does exactly what it's supposed to do. 13 bucks, 20% off today only over at Amazon. And again, Jorgensen makes good products, so 4.5 stars, almost 1,000 ratings. I do my best here when I recommend products to you guys to not recommend anything less than 4.3, 4.4 stars. And Jorgensen, good name brand, so this is a good product. 13 bucks. You're gonna like having this right around your workbench. So I picked this up in July of 2024. I've had it about 16 months now, and I will tell you that Goingmake tools in general are awesome. They are high quality, heavy duty, aluminum construction, and I don't think this thing's ever gonna go bad on me. I feel like it's built to last. Metric and imperial markings on both sides, and a thin rip jig is something super invaluable to have out in your shop. It's going to allow you to safely rip down some slats. We use it when we're building things like our crates. Some of the other projects that we make, we use slats, and this is the safest way to do it. It keeps your fall off, your slat, from falling in between your blade and your fence. It's going to fall off to the left of your blade instead of the right, and you know from experience you don't want anything that small getting caught between your blade and your fence. So this thing's $25.39 today only. 37% off. I bought mine. It was, I think, on sale for like 33 bucks. I'm sorry, guys. It's early in the morning. I'm doing this for you guys. This is 40% off almost. $25. This is a great product. Goingmake, at the end of this, I'm going to show you a couple more things from them because they make some good stuff. So we've also talked about this on the channel before. I've actually showed you guys a hands-on. This is some solid aluminum construction corner clamps. Comes with a carrying case because, you know, we like to carry our tools around our shop, I guess, but no, it's great for storage. And the way these things work, I'm trying to find it. Here we go. We're going to just clamp these to our corner, tighten down our knobs. It's going to hold our stuff securely in place while we tack them in place with our brad nail or pre-drill and countersink some screws. It's got some markings on here for imperial and metric measurement as well. Not quite certain if I would use this as a measuring device, but I will tell you that the set that I have out in my shop, I have put it up against my machinist square, and every one of those that came in the box are a true 90. Spot on. They are accurate. And 20% off today, 36 bucks. This is a great kit. Normally $46. So grab this today. Again, all of these sales are one day only. I don't know. I think it's 12 o'clock Pacific. This stuff goes away. So let's look at some Jorgensen clamps. 20% off also. $32 is going to get you 4 Jorgensen clamps, $8 a piece. We're going to get 2 6-inch, 2 12-inch, and F-style clamps. I don't know why I said F-stop. I'm thinking camera stuff, I guess. But F clamps, great to have out in your shop. Multiple uses. But Jorgensen, good stuff. 4.8 stars. Like I said, I try my best to only recommend stuff with high ratings and with a ton of reviews. Anything that's going to be 5 stars and 2 reviews, you won't see me popping that up because that's probably 2 of the guys that made the stuff gave themselves a review. But hey, you never know. But yeah, $31. This is a great deal. 4 clamps, $8 a piece. Jorgensen, good stuff. Now, we've talked about this particular clamp set before. Now, this is another type of corner clamp here. And what's great about these is this piece in the middle kind of self-adjusts as you're cranking it down and tightening it up. And this is going to allow you to put 2 different thicknesses of material, 3/4 on one side, 5/4 on the other, a 1x on one side up against a 2x on the other. And it's going to self-adjust. And these things, again, are extremely precise, heavy duty, all metal construction. There's 4 of these in this kit. 32 bucks, normally 40 bucks, 20% off. This is a great set of clamps. If you're in the need for something along these lines, I would highly recommend these. And we're back to Jorgensen because I love Jorgensen. I'm not going to lie. They have great stuff. So these are their medium duty. I use a lot of the light duty because trigger clamps I use for a lot of our smalls out in our shop. But this sit right here, this is their 6-inch medium duty. $25.50 for a set of these. That's $12.75 a piece. 20% off. This is cheaper than Lowe's, and I'll be honest with you, most of the time Lowe's has Jorgensen clamps cheaper than Amazon, which is hard to believe. And if you have a Lowe's membership, which just requires your email, then you can get your stuff shipped for free from Lowe's as well. But this is a good price. This is cheaper than we're finding over at Lowe's. That's why I popped it up here today. Today only, 20% off. So we've also looked at this setup clamps before. What's great about these is not only are they all aluminum, they're multifunction. And let me zoom in on this and I'll show you why. So at the bottom, we've got a notch cut out that's going to give us our ability to adjust the height of our dado stack on our table saw or our router bit over at our router table. And then the post that is sticking out on the top is going to allow us to test the depth of our cuts once we make them. And this kit right here, every one of these setup gauges not only is going to give you dado setup, router bit setup, and then depth testing. Each one of these, no matter what size they are, is also the thickness. So if we've got a 1/4 inch that we're trying to raise up or a 1/2 inch that we're trying to raise up, that particular block is going to be 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch thick as well. And then on the front side, we're going to get these angles. Now, I don't know how often we would use these angles because they are pretty small. These blocks are not huge, but each one also has a different angle cut out front. And then on the back side, you can see there's also a little gauge on the back for multiple things. But these things are awesome. Good quality. I use mine all the time setting up my dados and my router bits. You're going to like these. And at 40% off, don't pass it up today. All right. XFasten tape. We've talked about this one a ton of times on the channel. 2 seconds. Sorry, I needed some more coffee this morning. But XFasten. So Rockler got smart. Rockler, on their website, you can now buy this exact tape. The thing is it comes in one roll, 108 feet, and it's like $17.99, which is not a bad price for 108 feet. But on Amazon, you get 3 108-foot rolls. So you're going to get 324 feet, and today it's 20% off. So 3 rolls is actually cheaper than 1 roll over at the specialty store. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It sticks. It sticks very well, but it is removable very easily, and I have 0 residue left over. This is extremely good double-sided tape. $16.39. You probably should pick up 3 or 4 packs, and check this out right here. There's an extra 10% off with brand promotion. I don't know what else they've got on their shop items list, but 10% more just for getting a few more things while you're already there anyway. Not a bad deal. All right. I use exclusively Jorgensen, but if you're in the market for some like entry-level clamps and you're kind of just getting started into woodworking, this HORUSDY, I don't even know, but 4.7 stars, 1,300 reviews. I have heard guys in the comment sections of mine bringing up this brand. I have yet to try them, but this is a great kit. 12-inch, 6-inch trigger clamps, and a couple spring clamps. $24. Great price. 20% off. Normally $30, and even at $30, that's a good price. But at $24, I'd pick these up. Especially, like I said, like if you're more of a crafter or you're just now getting into woodworking, you're going to realize over your course of woodworking, your journey again, the amount of clamps in your shop is never, ever, ever going to be enough. So grab these on sale and tell me what you think down in the comments. All right, we got 2 countersinks we're going to talk about today, and this is the first set. This is kind of more your traditional standard set. And the reason this is up is, number one, it's a great deal today. $13.50 is going to get you 5 countersinks with 5 replacement bits, and it's going to come with a magnetic bit adapter extension holder. A comparable set like this over at Home Depot or Lowe's is going to run you around $20. It's going to come with 3 sizes, a 6, 8, and a 10. This comes with a 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, which is going to cover 99% of the screws you're driving in out in your shop. But this is a great deal. $13.50 for 5 pieces with extra bits and a holder. Today only. Grab it. All right, we've talked about POWERTEC before, and I love POWERTEC. Headquartered in the United States, I'm not going to lie, I doubt very seriously their products are made here, because with most everything in the entire world, they're not. But headquartered in the US, so I give them bonus points for that. But a comparable product like this over at Rockler is going to run you $12.99 a piece. Rockler has lightweight and medium / heavyweight, and that's what this is. This is 500 pounds clamping capacity. $12.99 each over at Rockler, and today $14.99 is going to get you 4 of these, which winds up being $3.75. I don't know about you, but $3.75 versus $13, that's like a 75% savings on what you're going to pay over at Rockler. And the metal stopper here is adjustable as far as the depth and as far as its positioning. It's got the holes bored in the bottom, allowing you to drive 4 screws in this. I use this on my tapering jig, and I use this on my my jig that allows me to get a nice straight cut. And for some reason I'm drawing a total blank right now. It's because I need more of this morning. So my jointing jig, sorry, I don't have a joiner in my shop, so I use a jig to make sure I get a nice straight edge on one of mine. But I have these clamps on both of those jigs, and these are awesome. So $14.99 on sale today. If you picked them up a couple weeks ago when I popped these up on the Amazon video, then I'm sorry, because they're cheaper now. But grab some more. You need them. You know you do. All right, back to Pony Jorgensen. So these little spring clamps that go in the corners that just kind of hold your material together while you're doing your glue up, or you're tacking them together with your brad nail or whatever. These are great because they're also adjusting, right? So we can do 2 different thicknesses of material here. We've got the ability to, again, do like 3/4, 5/4, or something like that in our material. And there is a set on Amazon that is normally $12.99. It's kind of a knockoff. They look almost exactly like Pony Jorgensen. They're $12.99. These are $1 more regular price, but today they're $11, which is an awesome price, 20% off. And I will tell you that the Pony Jorgensen ones versus the knockoff, the spring is worth the extra cost. You're going to get your money's worth for sure by purchasing a good name brand when it comes to your clamps. So $11, this is a great kit to have. Next item. All right, mechanical pencils and marking devices out in our shop. We know that precision is good. We don't want to use some fat carpenter's pencil. I see a lot of guys marking with carpenter's pencils, and look, if you're building, framing out a house or whatever, and you don't need precision, then go for it. But if you need some precise marking, a mechanical pencil is great, but this scribing knife is even better. One more second. Sorry, man, it's early in the morning. I'm not used to this. So if you have never used a marking, like a scribing knife like this before, you're going to realize how precise you can actually get your marks. And if you are like me and you have to wear glasses to see up close, you can always fill that in with your pencil. But cutting anything by hand, dovetails, using your pull saw or whatever, and you want a really precise mark and a really precise place to start your cut, this is going to be the way to go. $17.99. Rockler has their house brand. Does not have this wooden handle on it. It's basically just a flat piece of metal like the tip right here. And I think theirs is $23, $24. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments, because we all know you will. But $18. This is a great product. Comes with a little leather sheath. Keep it safe. On sale today only. Midnight tonight Pacific time, so California time, midnight. Yeah, it'll be gone. All right, back to Jorgensen, because we can't have enough clamps, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of everything. So check this out. 8-inch. I love these quick release bar clamps. Extremely strong. 600 pounds capacity, which is a lot. We don't usually need 600 pounds, but hey, it's there if you need it. $31.99, but check this out. Coupon price, $25. $6.40 off, which is going to be about a 22% savings. The 12-inch, let me check. We're doing this together. This is, yep, they're also Prime Day deal. $30. That's a great price. So $30 for 2 of these 12-inch Jorgensen. That's $15 a piece, 24% off. I can assure you right now that's going to be cheaper than Lowe's. So grab yourself a set of clamps, or maybe like 4 sets. But yeah, and when you click on any of these links and you head over to Amazon, also you can go right up here and click on this and you can head over to the Jorgensen store. And you can see everything that that particular manufacturer has. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you in a minute because we're about to get into some Goingmake stuff. And they have some awesome stuff. So, all right. Double-edged Japanese pull saw. This is a really good brand. Suizan is an excellent brand. And this is what I have out in my shop. This is double-edged. I don't know the tooth count on this. Probably 14, 17, but... yeah, I'm scrolling. Like I said, hey, sorry, I'm doing this all in one take, all live, so bear with me. But yeah, this is a great saw. This is replaceable blade, which is awesome. And this is actually from Japan. This is not a Chinese knockoff. This is a Japanese pull saw, and it's actually from Japan. So you're going to like this, and it's on sale, 20% off. Normally $39.99, $32 today. You're going to be happy with this. Again, I try to do this right here. 4.8 stars, 10,000 reviews. So you're not going to get junk with this. You're getting a good quality saw on sale today only. And we got a couple things from Goingmake that we're going to look at now. Again, Goingmake is doing some really cool quality tools. And if you haven't watched it, Flynn Dog Woodworking did a complete review on all of the Goingmake tools. And if you haven't watched his stuff, and I don't know the guy, I'm just giving him a free plug here, but that is some really good quality tools. And he broke them all down, showed everything that they make, and kind of gave them all a really good analysis. And they're all good quality. Solid aluminum, heavy duty stuff. This track saw square right here is a great bargain. It's normally $60, 30% off today, down to $40. And what's great is this thing has the ability to lock into place at all your common angles, right? 15, 30, 45, and 60. And cutting sheet goods on a table saw at 90 degrees is easy if you have a table saw. Cutting angled cuts, 45s and 60s across the width or the length of a piece of sheet good, big sheet of plywood is not an easy task. This is going to allow you to get an extremely precise 45 degree or 60 degree cut across your material, locks in place, and this thing attaches to almost every single track saw on the market. I use Makita, and it clips right onto mine. You lock this thing into place and set your angle, and you're good to go. So $40 on sale today. This is a great bargain. And then we're going to head over to the Goingmake store because I want to show you guys a couple things that they got going. We talked about the thin rip jig. It is absolutely awesome. Look, they make a pocket hole jig. I will tell you, it is all aluminum, and Goingmake, again, is making some really good products. Theirs comes with 2 bits, 2 drivers, and some extra collets and stuff to adjust your depth. This part right here is removable, and you can adjust it right here. We've got imperial and metric markings. So $47. This is actually still cheaper than the Kreg. It's all aluminum, but Kreg is Kreg. They make good stuff. That's why I popped that up at the very beginning. But as we scroll down through here, this is another one I wanted to show you. This one's 27% off, and it's a little pricey. It's $189. But if you don't have a table saw in your shop, this is going to allow you to get extremely precise parallel cuts, which is super important when you're building most everything, especially when you're building stuff like cabinetry and stuff. The more time you take to get your cuts precise, parallel, and square, your cabinet's going to wind up precise, parallel, and square. This thing is awesome. It's got not only 2 of these heavy-duty aluminum that's going to come with all of your metric and imperial markings. It also has this right here, which is micrometer adjustment. Now, if you need to get that precise in your material, it's available. You lock the stops down, bump this up against the edge of your material, run your track saw right up against this, and you're going to get an extremely parallel, nice cut. $189.99. Like I said, it's a little pricey, but if you don't have a table saw, this is going to allow you to get some extremely precise cut. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is going to be this right here. I just ordered this, and this is going to be their miter saw gauge, their miter gauge, I'm sorry, for your table saw. And this thing is awesome. Again, check out Flynn Dog's review. He did a really good review on it. Shows all of the features and stuff. But Again, micrometer adjustment, so you're going to be able to get those repetitive cuts, not only extremely precise with each other, but extremely precise in general. The way they've got their stuff laid out, this white on black with the red accents, it's extremely easy to read, and it expands 36 inches, and it's got your common lockdown indents, 15, 30, 22 and a half, 45, 60, 90, and anything in between there, it locks down. The way that this little toggle on the back works, again, watch the review. Like I said, I don't know Flint Dog, but yeah, he's got a really good review on this. Watch this, because this thing is precise. It's very well made, and if you're in the market for a miter gauge out on your table saw, 30% off, high quality aluminum and built to last. Again, Goingmake is one of those things that I just can't get enough of. So there you go. That's what I found for you guys today. I'm going to pop another one of these up tomorrow because, I mean, some of these savings are crazy. And if you're like me, you wait for days like this before you buy stuff, especially some of this big. That's why I ordered the miter gauge, because I knew, you know, today and tomorrow was happening, and I was hoping I could catch something like this on sale. But yeah, that's all I got. Catch you tomorrow morning. As always, appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me here today, and peace out.